Fractal totems, an error of mine, sounds like a different language. Well, it is. Fractal math, the language of the natural world combined with totems, is the core of a unique art exhibition like no other I've seen before, where the abstract and generative digital media earn my spiritual respect. The creator of this fantastic and futuristic art is a 2D, 3D, XR, and NFT artist from Toronto. He's currently showcasing his first solo exhibition at the LaLa Contemporary Art Gallery. His name is 𝗍𝗶𝗴. Let's meet with him there and learn more about this new kind of art. I am delighted to have a visit here to LaLa Contemporary Art Gallery in Dundas and Lansdowne to meet with the artist 𝗍𝗶𝗴. Hi Mark, how are you?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming down. I'm good.
You know, I'm really excited about your art. It's something different and it's very, very cool. What is this with digital technology artwork?
Yeah, so I think, a lot of the way people talk about it is called generative. So, it comes from, in this case, it comes from math, fractal math, and it's layers of algorithms that I'm exploring and discovering shapes, and then I'm curating my own colors and sculpting within that space. So it's a bit of the computer and a bit of me and sort of discovery within that space.
And a lot of math.
Yeah, up to 6 layers of algorithms, but not necessarily every one of them has that many.
So do you have to know math in order to produce these works?
No, it's a very sort of visual exploration type thing. So I'm looking through the library of math and algorithms to find something pleasing that fits into my, decision to use totems as the theme. And so a lot of it is exploration and discovery within that space, and then fine-tuning once I see something I like, and applying color and lighting just like in other 3D software. But my software that I use is a little bit more obscure. It's not like industry standard stuff. It doesn't you don't see it in all the movies or any of that kind of thing. It's not the top of the line graphics rendering engine, but what's really cool about it is it's something that not many people are exploring. And because it's fractal based, I'm finding that there's a huge amount of potential to show what fractal math and the language of fractal math can do. Most fractals in nature, like we are slightly fractal, the universe has some self-similarity, but most of it is not self-similar. So it's a weird concept, but it's something that I find there's a lot of room to explore, and I've not really seen anything quite like these in the fractal space, in the generative math space.
You as an artist definitely think different than me as an artist. I like to paint and brush,
sure.
But I think this is really, really interesting. New kind of art. It's out there, it's digital, it's fun. What attracted you to pick on this instead of a brush and a canvas?
I think it was a sense of discovery, finding something unique that I'd never seen before, and just sort of being awestruck by it and just taken back, and then finding a way to be creative within that space. So there is a sculptural element, and there's a lighting and painting sort of element. There's colors, and all those things are chosen by me, but the shape and the form of these things kind of come through an explorative process. So I just thought I was just sort of blown away by what I was finding, and every time I would go back to work on a new piece or try to find something that really struck me, I would just keep finding something. So I mean, there's 13 of these, and the animation is basically a way of showing you how these things are three-dimensional, and they have a form and life that they can breathe and move along, and that is sort of the explorative path. So the animation shows you that sort of explorative pathway, but each of these are just windows into separate elements of that space.
So tell our viewers, because we're not all familiar with NFT, what does that mean?
Yeah, so NFT stands for non-fungible token, which basically means you have now the ability to create ownership around digital assets, like you would like your car or your house, where when you sell or you buy a car, it was owned by this person, it has this many miles, and so forth and so on. now you have a way for people who work in digital work, to have ownership and sell these things. It is generally based around the blockchain, so it's new for most people, but if you think about photography even, it's not often you get a film photographer, and so everything that is being generated through photography and cameras is always first a JPEG or a movie file. And so generally speaking, those things have to be translated to physical formats if they want to be sold, or they're sold on USBs and that kind of thing. But there's no track record for any of this. So now there's a way to have ownership, and when you resell something like this, you'll see the whole history of who owned it and how much it was worth. And just like in the real art world, you have that sort of ownership and legitimacy when it comes to buying and selling digital assets. So.
I heard there's a cryptocurrency, is that right?
Yes.
How come?
Well, cryptocurrency is a way of providing people with a decentralized platform for selling something, right? It allows people anywhere around the world who have a little bit of money to invest in the token and publish their work on an international storefront, basically, which is gaining, credibility all the time. But it's not the only thing that can, art isn't the only thing that NFTs can be applied to, and we'll see it probably being applied to more and more as businesses sort of catch on and decide that it's worthwhile. I mean, cryptocurrency is subjective, and a lot of people have different opinions about it. For me, it's a bit new. I started in March this year, and the series was created. The images were created last year during the lockdown, and the animation basically finished right up until the opening day. So it's been a whirlwind. Everything's been going, in this direction towards NFTs.
I love to show you new things. Now you know that the arts are taking on different paths, something new for you to explore. Do what is right for you and what makes you happy. If you would like to be featured on Stella Studio, contact me via email at s.jurgen@mdcmediagroup.com. Stella Studio airs on 𝗀𝗺𝗀𝗀 TV every Sunday at 9 p.m. All of our episodes are online as well on the 𝗀𝗺𝗀𝗀TV.com website. So see you next week.